Farming methods have developed over generations, and they're very specific to different areas, even within India, never mind the rest of the world.
Exactly.
And is that not being taken into account?
That is not being taken into account, and the proposals that are basically coming at the table in climate change negotiations, we believe these are at the behest of agribusiness companies, and the whole focus is on mitigation. But what is priority for us in developing countries is adaptation, because agriculture as it is very energy efficient, very low energy consuming, very low water footprint agriculture. But the main focus should be on adaptation, because people are suffering in many ways that is beyond our imagination. And what will happen with mitigation, I'll give you an example of mitigation projects in agriculture in Kenya. There are a few pilot projects that are being undertaken by different different agribusiness companies and different institutions, IFIs also included, World Bank. There have been analysis which say that actual money that goes to farmer will be something to the tune of, say, $3 per annum for 20 years. At the same time, farmers will lose their sovereignty of producing what they want to produce, how they want to produce, and they will have to be herded to facilitate mitigation projects, which will be sort of very disastrous for farmers in developing countries.
I mean, do you feel in general that farmers from developing nations have not been heard at conferences like this one here in Durban and previous conferences? Is that part of your role, to make sure their voice is heard? And presumably they've got something they can teach the developed nations as well, I imagine.
Exactly. And we believe that farmers in developing countries are being totally neglected. What they want and how they want it, what are their priorities, that is not being taken into account in climate change negotiations. It's very unfortunate that even the official delegations of developing countries are not able to see through this design. They are basically, if at all they are agreeing to what is being said and proposed in terms of mitigation in agriculture, that is because of the lure of money. They see that they will be able to get some kind of climate finance for mitigation, which will enable them to help their farmers. But that is not practically what is happening and what is about to happen, because the mitigation money, whatever it comes to to developing countries, will not directly go to the farmers, because as you know, CDM projects are very technical. It's a very high value projects which farmers will not be able to manage on their own. So there is no way that money will be reaching to farmers in developing countries.
How much do the big multinational agro industries play a part in deciding on agricultural policies in a country like India? I mean, are they involved? Are they exerting pressure?
Definitely. It's beyond imagination, the influence they exert on the state and the government. We have been engaging with Indian state and different state governments. India declared a national action plan on climate change three and a half years back. Now 35 states in India, 28 states and 7 union territories, they are into developing state action plans on climate change. And you'll be surprised to know that these plans are closer to what is happening or what is being said in the international negotiations than the ground realities. Talking about agriculture, they are talking about mitigation in agriculture, they are talking about soil carbon sequestration and things like that. There are greater designs on forest already, and almost all the states, different states are being ruled by different political parties. But it's very surprising that almost all the states are unanimous in their demand that they must earn carbon credit from forest. They must earn carbon credit from agriculture, without, I think, even being aware of what is generally a broader global debate on how agriculture is being treated in climate change negotiations. What are the globally, say, people's movement taking place in different countries against red projects being planned, and people's movement in agriculture in different countries also coming up.